Good morning. My name is Jeremy Schmidt. I'm here to speak with you today regarding the ethical nature of a decision made by the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA. Today's discussion will deal with whether the FDA's affirmative decision will allow us to use genetically modified hormones to increase the production of certain consumables is ethical. The maker of this synthetic hormone is Monsanto Corporation. Monsanto is, by its own definition, a sustainable agricultural company focused on empowering farmers, large and small, to produce more from their lands while conserving the world's natural resources, water, and energy. With a rich history in agricultural biotechnology and chemical product enhancement, the St. Louis-based firm has pioneered the bioagricultural industry and actively continues to be a major player in the industry today. With a growing population and a finite supply of natural resources, Monsanto's efforts to create enhanced or sustainable agricultural products impacts us all through the production and distribution of crops and food that has been modified by the products. One such product is a bovine hormone as Proslac, or RBGH. RBGH is known to increase the growth and milk production in cows. While this product is approved by the FDA in 1994, it is known to increase the risk of breast cancer through consumption, as well as damaging the livestock it has been administered to. Because the population looks to the FDA to regulate the safety of the food and products that it consumes, the approval of Proslac must be scrutinized for its ethical properties. Upon examination of the decision through the three fundamental theories of ethics, we can determine that the decision of the FDA to approve the use of Proslac was ethical. This decision was made primarily based on the utilitarian ethical principle, but an argument can be made for virtue-based ethics as well. For an understanding, we will discuss each of the theories and how the decision was reached. Utilitarianism is a theory of ethics that determines the merit of a situation or a decision based on where the greatest benefit can be achieved. In other words, the ends must justify the means, if those end results is the greatest good for the greatest number of people. The decision of the FDA to approve the use of RBGH is ethical under this approach, as it facilitates the increased production and affordability of two mass consumable commodities, milk and beef. This increased production not only allows for more individuals to be fed, but also to improve the affordability of these products through increased supply. Furthermore, both farmers, the employees of Monsanto, and stockholders are benefited through the success and the use of the patented product. The firm will increase revenue, and the farmers will be able to increase their output without increasing the number of livestock they keep. While there's a clear argument for why the approval is ethical under utilitarian-based ethics, this is not the case for principle-based or virtue ethics. Kantian or principle-based ethics determine the ethical nature of the decision based on the motivations and actions of the parties themselves, rather than the consequences. Kantian ethics maintains an emphasis on one's duty and rights. Principle-based ethics determines the merit of the act on whether it violates an individual's inherent rights. The FDA's decision to allow the use of this product violates Kantian ethics in that it is the documented duty of the FDA to protect and regulate the use of hazardous products. By approving the use of Proslac, the FDA is condoning the use of a potentially damaging product and therefore not fulfilling their duty. Virtue-based ethics creates further confusion. Under such a theory, the individual acting should endeavor to embody certain virtuous characteristics and to further the ultimate goal of happiness and purpose of one's life. The FDA arguably was not acting in a virtuous manner when it allowed the benefit of many to override the risks. However, it can also be viewed that through its approval, the FDA is facilitating the achievement of purpose of both farmers through their increased profits and the ability to provide a sustainable living, as well as the consumers who can now afford to feed and purchase food for their families. Ultimately, however, in the light of the governmental role that the FDA plays, it must do what is right for the majority. Weighing the benefit against the potential for damage, the benefits of such product defend the decision of the FDA to approve its use. Furthermore, the potential future benefits of the population and on the effects of hunger in the world should also be taken into account in this situation. The work of firms such as Monsanto is doing is trying to genetically modify our foods in order to produce a more sustainable and nutritious enhancement is work that should be continued and supported. Had the FDA rejected RBGH, the type of work being done to improve upon its first step would have been stopped. The continued need for a finite resource encourages more work to be done to see how science can improve upon the research that we have now. While the decision to approve prophylaxis is supported and determined by the ethical, as per the theory of utilitarian ethics, there is a need for the FDA and the firms such as Monsanto to educate consumers as to the treatment of their food. With increased knowledge and understanding, consumers can make an informed decision regarding what they consume. Thank you.